That's the rules. You're never allowed to forget it.
Well,
So push again. So now you're going to take your leg off. From that point where you're sitting, you're going to go like this. Pull your elbows back and halt him on your elbow. Take your leg off, halt with your elbow. So don't go like this and lean back to halt him. Yeah, it takes a while. You figure it out. Now push his shoulder up. Tell him to go forward again. So he has to become sensitive to you keeping this balance and separating your arms at your armpits. Tell him good boy. And halting on your elbows. Anytime you pull back like that, the horse has to stop or slow down.
Yeah.
Because you're pulling.
Yeah.
Every time you push into that contact and push his shoulders up, that's a forward speed control. So if you want to go more forward, push more forward. Right leg on. If you want to slow down, then you pull with your elbows, but from the same balance point. Good. So now leg off, take your elbow back. Tell him good boy. Lean a little bit forward, close your leg, push him onto the bit again. Tell him good boy. So that you're still pushing him through while you stop him, right?
Yeah.
And push him through, and then take your elbow back and halt. That you push him to a halt. Yep. Right leg on a bit more. Tell him good boy. Right? That you start to push him forward even in downward transitions. So your speed control, good, is on, negative speed is on your elbow. Positive speed is on your seat, pushing him forward, right? You have tempo and speed. Tempo is your rhythm, so make a quicker tempo. That's a slower one. That's a good reducing your speed. It was fantastic. Now make a quicker tempo. Tell him good boy. Yeah, well done. If you keep your leg on and you keep the tempo quick, you can do speed transitions within the gait.
Okay.
If you take your leg off and you take that elbow back, it's gait to gait.
Okay.
Right? So if you want to transition between gaits, take your leg off until you feel the transition. If you want to speed control in the gait, good job. Tell him good boy. Then keep the tempo up. Yep. So now quicker tempo. Tell him good boy. And now speed control. So take your pendulum back under you, but keep your tempo. Tell him good boy. So that's your collected walk.
That's really easy to do with him, to slow down.
The slowing down is easy, right? It's sensitive to your elbow. So it's the pushing, but it's probably because you've been here, driving, instead of up being carried, right?
Yeah.
Right leg on again. And again, you guys know, your horses know this, because when you come up to that balance point after a cross-country fence, this thing canters on.
Yeah.
Right? So you wouldn't think in cross-country you would have to sit in his lower back and cowboy him to go forward. You would bring your body weight forward, and he would follow you forward, right?
Yeah.
So give yourself permission to do that in dressage. If you feel like he won't lift his shoulders enough, lighten your seat. Come up and tell him good boy. That he actually comes up, right? That's what you're doing? Good. Okay, so forward and trot. We're going to do some speed control. And the other place he has to balance you is not just the forward balance point on his shoulder blades, laterally too. So there when he's a little against your right leg, you got to push him to, he's like this, dropping you. You got to push him to the left, that he picks you up on the left side as much as the right. Right, so that the partnership is like a cheerleader or a pair skater. If you were on that pair skater right now like this, and that pair skater drifted out to the right of you and started dropping you on his left side, you'd be screaming, hey, 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 I'm gonna fall, pick me up. Right, so you gotta be a little responsible with your right leg, that you keep this horse square under you. Tell him good boy. And now you're going to take both elbows and go like this. Take that pendulum back under you, but keep your leg on and keep your tempo up and keep your straightness. And now bring him back under your feet with both elbows. Say ho. He's going to get slower. Say ho. Say ho. Say ho. Tell him good boy. Yep. And keep posting. Keep your leg on, but that's where his balance point, where he comes back to you.
Yeah.
That's your basic balance, right? So bring him back under you again. On your elbow, stay home. On the right too. So there he's under you. You feel that?
Yeah.
Now push him out, right leg. He's still trotting sideways. Tell him good boy. And now bring him under you again. Right elbow, right leg. Tell him good boy. So this is your basic balance. When he comes back under your feet like this,
Okay.
when you push him out in front of you and you swing the pendulum out, that's him more in front of your leg. So keep your short rein, keep his shoulder up, and now push the pendulum up and out with your right leg. Push, push. Give him a little kick with your right leg. Kick. Right leg, yep. Kick again. Yep. In front of your leg. Tell him good boy. Hands are quiet for this. Good. Ready? Elbow bends. Bring him back under you. Under your feet. Say ho. Steady contact. Tell him good boy. Push him into the steady contact. You just need to keep the contact steady. He can get quite strong when you push him forward. He's allowed to get quite strong when you push him forward. He'll get soft again when you bring him back under your weight. So he doesn't have to stay soft the whole time. He has to start actually shifting his balance forward and back. So shift it forward, right leg on, push. Big trot, strong trot, like trot set trot. Tell him good boy. You feel his shoulder carry you forward, don't get left behind. Good, push again. Good job. Good job, keep going. And now when you're ready, elbow, steady contact, bring them back under you. And just like this, like a robot. Bend your elbow, pull your hand back. Pull your hands back to your belt. Pull back. Tell him good boy. So there he's under you, right?
Yeah.
You need this steady contact to do this. You don't need to make him round. You need to push him into contact. Push. Push. That means go forward. Push. Tell him good boy. Then you need to, in your brain, say, I just need steady contact. You need to not feel, you need to think. And you just need to bring your hands back towards your belt, in contact, and bring his weight back under your feet. He's still too bent left. Tell him good boy. Take your contact. Yep, under you. Under you more. In contact. In contact. Right elbow back further. Right to your belt, your hands. Tell him good boy. Right elbow back. Good boy. Okay, there's the first time you actually had him off your right leg. You feel that? Yep. 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 Tell him good boy. So you feel you're in steady contact now? You feel that?
Yeah.
And now you're going to get his shoulder lifting from the steady contact. Don't give. Yep. And now push him out. Tell him good boy. Right leg. And now right elbow back. Bring him back under you because he's losing his balance as he goes out. Don't overthink it. Go like this. Right back to your belt. Like a robot. Like I'm controlling you. Tell him good boy. Yep. Wait there till he comes under you. Wait. Tell him good boy. Change the rein once. You feel where you're going with this? And every time he loses his balance, like right now, you have to bring him back under you. Well done. Recover the throughness and the balance. And then teach him to go out balance. Tell him good boy. You feel where you are here?
Yes.
Is that starting to feel better?
Yes.
Yeah. And then back under you in steady contact. Your job with the reins is just to keep the contact. Awesome. Awesome. If he's not round enough or he fights you in the pole like that, his shoulder's not high enough. So shorten your rein to get him to bring his shoulder up more. Shorten your reins, reach forward with your hands. Now push his shoulder up to a short rein. Tell him good boy. And now take your elbow, and the root for your gloves is this. From his bit to your belt. So when you take your, yeah, tell him good boy. And there he's under you again. You feel that?
Yeah.
So keep him under you. Elbows back. Stay at your balance point. Left elbow stronger back. Tell him good boy. Whoa. Now don't give. Push him up to this short rein. Tell him how good he is. Good. Great. You know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Contact we keep the whole time.
Yeah.
They're supposed to go on the bit, not off the bit, right?
Yeah.
So these words, they're tricky to understand, these terms. Good
So
job.
when he loses it, I have to bring him back.
When he loses his balance, bring your elbow back and rebalance him under you. This right there. So that's your basic balance, right? That's bringing him back. Awesome. Back under your feet. You feel where he is?
Yeah.
So that's like if you fall on your skis, you actually have to get your skis under your feet and stand up again. You can't regain your balance at full speed, right? When you love the balance, don't give away the contact that's giving you the balance.
Okay.
Now try to push, go with him, don't get left behind, and push the shoulder more forward, you got it, and out in this back. Okay, that's awesome there. That's awesome there. If you feel like pulling his head down, slow down again. Pulling means slow down. Bring him under you again. Until he doesn't lose his balance and you don't lose your balance going out. Yeah, come back again. Already lost. Feel his head all over the place?
Yeah.
You got to stay with his shoulders more. You got to ride under the saddle, his shoulder blades more out. Not let him hollow and come against your hand. Well done. Well done. You got it. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Come back again, even if you only get 6 strides for now.
Yeah.
Good boy. And this much left leg on. You got it. The balance of a bend has a little bit shoulder forward in it.
Okay.
What that means is that the inside hind is more responsible for the weight of the horse than the outside hind. So when you keep your inner leg on and you let his hip move out a little bit, his inside hind lands under the saddle where you are right now. That's a better foundation to rock him back on in bend. Good job. So now bring him back on both elbows onto his inside hind. Tell him good boy. And now close your left leg to go out, that he stays on his inside hind. You got it. Tell him good boy. You need to walk and pet him for this, eh?
Yeah.
So when you're going to the right, we have to get his right hind more in the center of his barrel so he doesn't lean on your right leg the way he does it so nicely to the left here. You feel where you are? You feel what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So give him a break. That was excellent, that one.